Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Two Nigerians and four others are facing 62 years imprisonment for scamming the Americans over $50 million. Why do they scam America? And what does it mean to Nigerians who live in abroad? If you're ready, please kindly subscribe to this channel, press the notification bell so that when I come up online, you hear bang 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 bang. Now, let's dive into the matter and let's go straight into analyzing the whole scenario. Let's go. Here is the story. Mr. Solomon Aluko and Mr. Nosakhare Nobore, they were two jolly good friends. What put them together is this fraud of a thing. They intend to defraud Americans of $80 million. But they tried everything. When they got to $50 million, which they siphoned from American government, that was when the Shia actually go on. That was when the America, they now open their eye, bam, like this. They now grab these guys. Now, how do they work? How do they manage to siphon $50 million from Americans? What they do, right, is that, during this COVID-19, Americans, they've got that program in place whereby they will send money to your account. But not only sending the money literally to your account, they will send you a check of COVID-19 relief. This check, when you have it in your mailbox, you will now go and cash that money through your bank. So these guys, what they do is that they will now intercept that check through the mailbox. Sometimes, if you're the type that have your mailbox outside, they will drive by, they will grab your mailbox outside, they will steal a whole mailbox, they will take it away. It's when they get to their location, they will open everything, then they will now remove the one that they needed there, which is the check. When they remove this check, then you're in trouble. Sometimes what they used to do is that they've got people who work at the post office. They will tell that person will be on their salary, they will be paying that person. That any check that you notice, any sign of check that you notice that is going to someone's house as a COVID-19 relief check, just intercept that check. So the person will intercept the check, will take this check to them, to Mr. Samuel Aluko and the gang. They will now operate on that check. They will pay you off for doing a job well done. So what they do now is that they will now pack all this check. They will now take it to a bank. They will lodge it in an account, not directly on their name. They also stole people's identity. How do they do that? These are identities of people. Probably you park your car, they manage to break into your car, they will pick your driver's license, then they have details of your name. Then they will use these details to open a bank account. Sometimes they will also have vendors outside that stole people's passport. They will use your identity from that passport to open also an account. Sometimes it's also through email, whereby they will send you a link. When you click on the link, they will siphon your details, the one you have in your email box. Sometimes they will use WhatsApp link. They will send you the WhatsApp link. They will also use the same way to siphon money from your account. Now, how do they manage to open a bank account? They have insider in the bank there who is also on their payroll. They will use this insider when he's on duty. That is when they will go there and they will open this bank account. He has a knowledge of what they are in for. He doesn't want to check. As long as you're there, you just give any fake ID, the guy will open a bank account on the name that you stole or on the name that you bought from all these vendors around you. When they open that bank account now, is in place, they will now use that same check, the one that they stole. They will now go to that same bank, that same the guys that operate in the bank, which they even said is one of the top American bank. This guy worked as a teller there. They will now give the bank's tellers the bank check. They will give it to this guy. This guy will lodge it into that same account, and the money will drop. Few days later, they will now go back to go and cash that money. How do they identify themselves? How do they cash the bank? Because they send different types of people to go to the bank to go and withdraw the money. And sometimes they transfer the money all around Americas where they know that they have control of the bank's account. Some of the members that goes into the bank to cash out the money, whatever they wear, there's always something written on that shirt or t-shirt. That is bag hunter. Boldly, that is what they put there. So when this teller guy sees that someone is wearing that bag hunter, he knows it's one of those group. The person will walk into this bank teller guy. The teller will do what will count the money, cash on counter, cha 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 cha, and give it to this guy that is wearing that shirt written bag hunter. So that is the way in which they use in cashing out that money. So the person now will disappear, will walk out of the bank. Now, the problem is this bag hunter of the thing, it's also part of the old syndicate, it's part of them. This same guy, Mr. Solomon Aluko and the gang, what they used to do also is that they now have a kind of fraud Bible. They call it 2021 Fraud Bible. What does this Bible mean? This is a kind of platform that they teach other fellow people who wants to get involved in this US scam of a thing. In terms of fraudulent of a thing, they have them as a group where they give a kind of seminar where they lecture them on what to do, what not to do. This is the platform that they use in teaching other people who want to engage in frauding Americans. They were so proud of themselves on this platform. They were very, very coordinated. They are very, very united. The whole group there, they hold themselves as one. In fact, when they hit big money, they always come on top of that platform to celebrate. But this platform is being monitored and they don't know. This platform is being monitored by the FBI. All the American agencies, they are monitoring that platform, which these guys, Solomon Aluko and the gangs, they don't know. Sometimes FBI will be among them, they will be talking. Then they will be listening and they will be replying themselves. But these guys are not just ordinary people who want to learn how to defraud people. They are all FBI guys that are there. This is how they manage to understand the whole scenario, how Solomon Aluko and the gangs, how they walk around with that 2021 fraud Bible. This is how the Americans, the FBI, they will manage to caught Solomon Aluko and the gang because of this 2021 fraud Bible. The FBI, they are among of them that are listening to their proceed and how they work and how they operate. Another way in which they got caught is that thing that they wear, which they wrote bag hunter. Because anytime they enter the bank, they walk straight to the teller, the guy that they planted in the bank. Or sometimes the teller himself will be the one to identify them when they wear that thing. It's a kind of command or logo that this is one of us, this belongs to one of us. So the CCTV camera has been monitoring, has been picking this guy that why is it that this guy wearing bag hunters always go to this same teller all the time? So there's a kind of connection there. The kind of puzzle that is there. The FBI, they press all the puzzles together and they manage to find out that these guys, they're all working hand in hand. When the American Enforcement Agency rounded them up, they now took them to the court. The judge now said, this is going to be a kind of deterrent to you guys because what you guys are doing is completely wrong. Why do we put in place money to help people when they have problems, when they have disaster, when there's disaster in the country? Why would you guys keep stealing all the money at the same time siphoning it around America or siphoning it to your country? This now made the judge so angry that the judge now said, you guys gonna really go for it. And some of the sentence, if you guys are found guilty, is this. For the wire fraud, say the wire fraud the bank now, they will go up to 30 years. Then the money laundering, because they move the money around the United States. If they were found guilty, they will go for 20 good years each as well. Then defrauding the US government as regards to all the tellers and all the checks, all the COVID-19 checks, they will go for 10 years each. Then aggregate all the identity, picking the identity from here, picking the identity for that. That one is 2 years mandatory. They know they talk that one jatari. Now, what next? What next is that the FBI, the IRS, and the United States and the Postal Service, right? They investigated the case, and the prosecutor are pursuing for a strict penalty, and the final sentence will be determined by the judge. But let me ask you one thing: do you think the 62 years in prison, yeah, do you think is enough for these guys? Drop your comment and let's discuss further in the comment section. Now, what does it mean to Nigerians? What does it mean to Nigerians living in America? Nigerians living in America, if you want to set up a business now, the Americans, they will look at you twice because they don't trust you, they don't trust the business. They believe that the business you want to set up is for that business to slap the Americans of their and money. Why this fraud of it? Why is it a big issue for Nigerians abroad? Does this increase suspicion of Nigerian businesses? How does it affect Nigerian immigrants trying to succeed legally? Because they've used they've used it to raid us. Nigerians that are willing to live in the United States legally, things like this will jeopardize their stay. This thing will jeopardize their permit. Nigerians who are willingly to set up a genuine business also in America, this will also jeopardize that business. This will also give them a kind of bad name that people will not trust them, bank will not trust them in order for the bank to give them money to start up their businesses. Let's talk about the impact on government haze programs like the COVID-19 relief fund. This of a thing will now make the American government to now put a kind of strict rules, strict regulation on such disasters fund in case if it's going to happen in the futures again. They will now tighten their belt, they will tighten all the loopholes that these Nigerians they use in siphoning their money. What are the lessons that we learn here? Some of the lessons that we learn here is that crime doesn't pay. The US government is serious about fraud. They don't even want to hear it at all. They want to put that kind of tight security around fraud in America. Nigerians, they must be careful how one person fraud affect everyone. This Aluko man now, the fraud that he did now is affecting a lot of Nigerians who are coming up to do genuine business or who are coming up for a genuine purpose in America. Hard work versus quick money. The danger of illegal wealth. The danger of illegal wealth is that you might be wealthy now, but within a few years, if you're caught, all those money that you acquired in the legal way will go down the drain and you'll be putting behind the bar for the rest of your life, if possible. What about the children that you left behind? What about your wife? What about your family? If they ask your children in school, where's your dad? Will your child tell them in school that your dad, that his or her dad is on holiday? Definitely you're going to tell them that you're in prison, that you're in jail. So the earlier we stop all this kind of fraud thing, the better for us as a Nigerian or as black. How do we prevent the whole thing there? By exposing another people that will defraud Americans. When you get wind of people that want to defraud America, the way you can prevent this is for you to expose them. Don't keep it because the red that they have, they'll use it to affect you. Please like and share this episode if there's one or two things that you gain from it. And also watch this video here, then you're going to learn more as regards to fraud of the thing that goes on among our people in the diaspora. Now, we say you don't learn something from this program now. Please, kindly help me share this program because I've got a deal with my wife that any program that I release here, that someone gonna subscribe. And you, I'm a subscriber today. Till I see you in the next video, please subscribe.